I'm going to start our presentation about airless learning. So we start off with, what is airless learning? Airless learning is an instructional intervention that ensures that the individual being taught will always respond correctly. In simple terms, it means that the individual will get the correct answer every time and will not answer the question wrong. As each skill is taught, individuals are provided with a prompt or cue immediately following an instruction. The immediate prompt prevents any chance for incorrect responses. It has to be immediately after the behavior. Unlike other teaching procedures where opportunities for initial mistakes are allowed and then corrected through prompting, airless learning's immediate prompting ensures that an individual only responds correctly. Prompts are systematically removed until the individual is able to respond correctly independently. We say that we are fading the prompt. We'll talk more about fading the prompts in a later slide. Airless learning also involves using positive reinforcements. Positive reinforcement is when you provide something after a behavior that increases the likelihood of the behavior occurring again in the future. In airless learning, positive reinforcement is combined with prompting to teach new skills to the individual. Your question might be, why use airless learning? Well, many individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities have difficulty learning new skills. This leads to making mistakes and becoming frustrated. Research has shown that airless learning can decrease the level of frustration and can decrease problem behaviors. It helps students feel success and makes them more motivated to learn. So just to recap, airless learning is beneficial in teaching new skills. It decreases the frustration level of individuals, decreases behavior problems, especially those escape type behaviors, and it ensures success and helps to increase the motivation of the learner. When we systematically fade prompts, we use a system called most to least prompting. In most to least prompting, we decrease the intrusiveness of assistance provided by the instructor in hopes of the individual becoming independent. The most intrusive is the hand-over-hand prompt. For the hand-over-hand prompt, we present the instruction to the individual. So we tell the individual to touch the ball, and then we physically put our hand on top of the individual's hand and guide their hand to touch the ball. We then tell the individual, "Good job," and provide a reinforcer. For a light physical prompt at the wrist, we tell the individual to touch the ball and physically put our hand on the individual's wrist and guide them to the ball. We then tell the individual, "Good job," and provide a reinforcer. For a light physical prompt at the elbow, we tell the individual to touch the ball and physically touch the elbow of the individual and guide them to the ball by pushing their arm gently forward. Once again, we tell the student, "Good job," and provide a reinforcer. For the gesture, we tell the individual to touch the ball, and then we point to the ball. If the individual points to the ball, we tell the individual, "Good job," and provide a reinforcer. If the individual starts to choose the wrong answer, we would then guide their hand to the ball. For no prompt, we tell the individual to touch the ball and do not use any prompt. If the individual points to the ball, we then tell the individual, "Good job," and provide a reinforcer. If the individual starts to choose the wrong answer, we point to the ball. It is important to have a plan to fade prompts or the individual may become prompt dependent. Next, we're going to talk about the steps for preparing for an airless learning session. It is important that each session is prepared for the student before they sit down and learn. The first step is to refer to data sheets to see what the current target is for the student. Next, you want to set up the array. Determine how many items you're going to present to the student and what the order will be for the array. Then you're going to identify the least invasive prompt that you will use to ensure success. You also need to identify the reinforcer that will be used and have it prepared for the session. You also want to have data sheets available to document the student's progress during the session. Here is an example of airless learning. The teacher gives the instruction, clap hands. The teacher immediately prompts the individual by placing their hands on top of the individual's hands and have them make a clapping motion. The teacher then praises the individual and provides a reinforcer. This process is repeated for 3 consecutive times and then repeated with less invasive prompts. And I'm going to show you a short video showing the example of the clapping. Research has shown airless learning to be successful with individuals with neurological disorders, traumatic brain injuries, and Alzheimer's. Research has also shown it to be successful with individuals with severe to mild developmental disabilities, and also for individuals from preschool to adult age. So it's really successful with almost anyone. It has been successful in teaching literacy, math, communication, leisure skills, daily living skills, and vocational tasks. These are the references used in the presentation. Feel free to reference for further information on airless learning. Thank you.